Hey everybody, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And if it's Friday, then it's Oberon's outlook on the emotional exchanges. It's my weekly show where I kind of go through the emotional ups and downs for the signs of the zodiac. Sometimes I do that per your elemental association. Sometimes I do it for the sign itself. And today, because we are in the holiday weekend, and I know some of you are probably trying to get busy with all of that, get down to that, I'm going to abbreviate the reading this time, and I'm going to do a reading for each sign of the zodiac. But what I'm looking for, I think, is two things. How can we give love as a gift to someone, if there is someone or not, just universally? And how can we receive love? And I know that sounds silly because it's like, no, I just want to receive love. But sometimes we have to be open to that idea. So I'm hoping I can kind of hone in on that with this idea here. So let's take a look. And I'm using my fabulous Mermaid Tarot deck once again. So we're going to start off, of course, with Aries. Aries, how can we receive, how can we send love? How can we show we want to love or send love to somebody? And we're starting off good. It's the Lovers. So it is the Lovers card, the major arcana. And I think this is saying really always understand that the choice of love is a choice that should be fairly entered by both or all parties. So if we want to send love, it's one thing, but we can't necessarily expect love to choose us in that manner. Okay, so then drawing from the bottom of the deck, how will we receive love that others may be trying to give us? And it's the Two of Wands, and it's also upright. And the Two of Wands, I guess it's saying that we have to learn how to balance our lives in order to be open to receiving the prospect of love, because sometimes we're very busy and we just don't have room in our lives for that. So we have to really be open to resolving issues that keep our life unchecked, unscheduled, unbalanced, so that we can be in that totally receptive point when it happens. Hopefully. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and work on the next one then. This jumped out. I am taking it for Taurus. Taurus, how can you send or show love? And it's the Empress reversed. And I think, Taurus, this says you need to show you care enough about yourself first before doing that. You need to be in love with yourself, to work on self-care issues, to work on appreciating yourself. And you know what? It's harder than you might think, Taurus. And I realize Taurus usually gets the handle of, oh, they're selfish, they just only care about themselves. But there's something deeper going on with that too, that maybe sometimes we're that way because we're hiding our own emotional pain, our own shyness, or whatever it is that doesn't allow us to maybe have attachments easily. So take care of yourself in this holiday time. If there's no one else that you can really credibly give love to, give it to yourself. And then how will you receive love, Tauruses? And it's the Chariot. Well, that sounds like a pretty action movie, active movie. But I think how you receive love is by maybe understanding that there is a time for you to be more forceful or not, and so the Chariot is about taking action, taking initiative, kind of uniting disparate forces, the black and the white or whatever that is with the Chariot. So I think in order to receive love, you sort of want to be in that position of some sense of control. And of course, that's a pretty Taurus thing too, but I think at this point it probably works for you because you know you have to really work on yourself first and foremost. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, how do you send love? You send it in a balanced, healing way. Gemini, we're looking at temperance here upright, and I believe for you the message is pretty clear that in order to send love, you have to really love everything. You have to love the universe, you have to love the world, you have to love everything equally as much as possible. I know it sounds overly dramatic and not really possible, so this is really just the idea of taking in that essence for yourself at this time, the holiday time. Show your balanced side, show your healing side, show your truly warm side. And then as far as receiving love from others, well, it's the Two of Cups reversed. And this could be indicating that you should be a little bit cautious with some things, that maybe if there is something that is trying to move into more of a relationship with you, I think this card is really saying, make sure it all checks out. Make sure there is really harmony and trust in any ongoing relationship. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so now we're on Cancer. And Cancer, how do you give or send your love to others? It's the Six of Wands upright. And I think this is saying you have to be magnanimous. You have to lead from your heart and be a leader in your heart. You need to be perceived this way. And the best way to do that, I think, is just to be really clear about what you're doing, what are the goals you are trying to take in love or relationships, and not only be clear about the goal, but be clear about what you expect. So then how will you receive that love? Or any love for that matter. And it's the Queen of Swords. And so in receiving others' love or affection, remember that, sometimes you should just accept it as it is, that it comes the way it is. It's fair, even if it doesn't seem fair. Sometimes the Queen of Judge seems to be not warm enough to make a good judgment. But I think in the context of this reading, this is saying not being judgmental about the love you receive. Accept it for what it is. And now to Leo. And Leo in some ways epitomizes a very voracious love life, very much a lady's lady, a man's man, a lady's man, a man's lady. All of that, I suppose. So, to my Leo friends out there, how do you send your love? And it's the Three of Cups reversed. So I guess this would be saying really, again, it's not just about the cautious thing, but it may be saying too that we are understanding that maybe sometimes we get kind of over intoxicated with love, and so we want to watch out for that. The Three of Cups sort of looks like somebody had too good of a time, and maybe this could be saying for this context that when you are giving your love, make sure you're not too crazy about it. Make sure you're kind of really grounded in a sense. How are you receiving it, Leos? It's the Six of Cups. And I think the way you receive love, affection, the way you want it to be given to you, is for it to evoke the most harmonizing elements that are either from your childhood or from somewhere else in your past where you really just had that moment in time feeling with somebody that was affectionate and kind, and that's what you want. You sort of have that standard there, Leo, of that way you receive love. Nothing wrong with that. We all want what we want, especially the heart. Okay, so from Leo we move to Virgo, a sign that I am usually pretty compatible with. Although there are occasional, moments. Okay, Virgos, how are you giving it? Ooh, you're giving it in the right way. You got the right stuff, baby. It's justice. And Virgos, I think what this is you want to apply every possible standard of fairness to romantic encounters or relationship situations in your life, that you really want to be able to sort of be a little bit above, not in the sense of being superior, but really being clear about these principles of fairness when it comes to relationships. So then on the receiving end of it, the Seven of Swords. And I suppose this is an idea here that maybe somebody has intentions but will want to be more clever, secretive, sneaky, even about how they express their feelings for you. It may be that there is a person like this. If you're single, they are coming for you. They want to claim you in a way that I was talking about with somebody else's reading. But it may be that for whatever reasons, they're going to work a little bit more stealthily. Is it because of their confidence factor, or is it because something else is going on? Well, I just don't know. So watch for that, Virgo. And then now we move to Libra. And Libra, you are giving love as the Page of Wands. How you give love basically is a result of your attempts to be really good for everyone, to be graceful and diplomatic and to be tactful and to really say, I want to do this the proper way. If, we're dating, what is it that you need me to do? If we're getting into a relationship, how do you want me to proceed as that person in the relationship? Am I courting you in an old-fashioned way, or I'm saying, I'm picking you up, be at the corner at 8, whatever kind of thing? Things to think about. So then, of course, how are we receiving it, Libra? And, that's love, Libra. Sometimes you can't be in control. And so when you fall in love, or when you are deeply in an emotional situation, which may be happening because of the holidays, this reading is for today, the 23rd, till next Thursday, the 30th, or whatever that is. So I'm going to have to say that this could be saying really, if you're falling in love during this week, or if there's something really emotionally, it's my hearing aid. Sorry, it's bothering me. But if you are having a deep emotional experience, Libra, it could very well be that you will really fall head over heels with whatever or however the situation is. You won't be able to control maybe how you feel. And that's really a daunting feeling for Libra, who is sort of emotionally in the middle, very much, can take everything and really fair and balanced. Something could be happening for Libra that's is really pretty wild, and that you will not be expecting to handle well because of the overwhelming feelings you're going to have from that. Okay, spend enough time with that. Let's go to Scorpio, my favorite sign, because I am Scorpio. And Scorpio, how are we giving love? How are we sending our love? And it's the reverse King of Swords. Scorpio, we must be having a problem with you. You may be feeling like you don't like the power differential in your relationships or situations. It could be your primary relationship or other relationships. And you don't feel like you can really do that kind of thing, express the holiday love and cheer right now. It may be that you really are feeling like you didn't make a right decision somewhere, or somebody feels that way, and so you're overreacting. I think you're scorpionically overreacting. I think if you're trying to give love this week, you have to remember to be as fair as possible and not to try to take prisoners, have hostages, that kind of thing. So where are you on the giving end of this then, Scorpio? And perhaps better on the giving or receiving end, the receiving end of love. I think there is something coming to you quickly with force, with strength, sort of precision. It's aiming for you. And I don't know if they're connected. It could be, that kind of thing. But I think that the way you receive is probably pretty direct and speedy. So this could be saying that maybe if somebody is maybe not in relationships, or not secure relationships, you may be having a one-off, a one-nighter, a one-night stand. I'd like not to think that necessarily, unless, of course, it does apply more directly to you. Okay, Sagittarians. What is it that you can do to show and give love? How does that happen? And of course, we are just out of Sagittarius season. You know, the sun moved into Capricorn, but still I think about them. Okay, Sagittarians, you're the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is reversed. So the way you want to give love, I think, is maybe there's a hardship going on right now, and maybe you're feeling there's someone who really is down on their luck, somebody who really needs the kind of ministrations that a caring Sagittarian or anyone might be able to give them. So I'm thinking Sagittarians need to look around them, not necessarily in their direct relationships, but maybe just a little bit further afield. Who's hurting out there? Who needs a little kind word from you or some help maybe? And how will you receive love if it's being given to you? And it's the Ten of Pentacles. And I think Sagittarians, you're going to feel some really strong connection with your family, however you know that. It could be the traditional family. I know one Sagittarius person who tends to go back over across the pond for their holiday to visit their family that's over there in the UK. But others may feel similar things too, that there's such a connection with your family at this time, because this reading is for the holiday week. And I think what you're receiving is all those people who really say, I love you. I may not always like you, but you are part of my family, my tribe, my group, my coven, whatever it is. And therefore, I care a lot. So go ahead and receive that care, Sagittarians. And now it's Capricorn. Capricorns, how are we giving? Well, we are, I guess. It's the Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Wands is that party card. So I think this is saying that with slightly less abandon, we are joining Capricorn, the throngs. We are here to get down and get funky, have parties, enjoy the holiday season. I know some Capricorns this definitely applies to, but I think this is really a strong card saying, Capricorns, where you are giving and showing you love is with your greater community, that big tent you go to. Maybe it's your church group or your neighborhood group. Maybe it's some really cool co-workers you hang out with that you have a party with, something like that. How do you receive? It's another four. So you're balanced by the fours. This one is the Four of Swords and it's upright. So this one is saying that maybe there's a more reserved way you want to receive things. Maybe you're looking for a quiet moment with somebody. Maybe you're looking for some rest with somebody. So it may be that if there is somebody special, what will happen will probably be a little bit more low-key, but will be really healing and restful. And that's what you want to receive in love, is you want to receive some sort of romantic or sexual healing. Okay, Mr. O had to do that. But that's Capricorns, and I know what they're like too. So moving right on, we are with Aquarius now. And Aquarius, we also asked that question, what is it you can do to show or give love or care to those around you during this holiday week? Change. Aquarians, this may be atypical for you or not. Excuse me. Aquarians, You need to help others through changes. You need to help others see change that they can make. You maybe need to make change along with people where that is appropriate. So, for example, if you are in relationships, families, or situations, right now there may be some strong issues that involve everybody, love-wise, emotion-wise, and there needs to be a change, a good change. Something may need to end so something new can begin. This is what you can do, Aquarians, is be a handmaid to the change that you see needing to happen in your community or around you. So then how will you receive love? How will you accept love? It's the High Priestess, and she's reversed. So I think this is talking about a mundane kind of sense here, that maybe how you receive what comes to you as care and love maybe is coming more from the idea of more simple things, not really spiritual involvements. Like, this isn't about having tantric relationship on the altar. This is maybe more about enjoying something very simple and home-like in a way for the holidays. I mean, this could be just saying really cuddling with the special person or more on the holidays, and not really thinking about all of the esoteric meanings of Christmas or Yule or Kwanzaa or whatever it is. And now at last we are on Pisces. And Pisces, of course, is a water sign like Scorpio or Cancer. So I would expect that, of course, the holidays can be a little bit concerning when it's about, the emotional things going on. But let's see. What are we giving and how? The Magician. How we give love, I suppose, is maybe very direct, imaginative, creative, with all of our faith, and maybe with a little bit of secrecy. It's the cornerstones of that pyramid of willpower and stuff that some of us know really well. So I think this is saying, really, for you Pisces, you need to look at giving your love as a magical project, as a spell of some sort. And maybe it could just be saying wink, wink, if you're in the mood and you are inclined, maybe this is a good time for you to do a holiday love spell. Okay then, so what or how do you receive? And, ooh, bad call. It's the Ten of Swords upright. So I think, it's a little Piscean there in a way, but the Ten of Swords sort of talks about some defeats or some great changes to plans, things really having to be abandoned. There's always this idea that there is a little bit of a light somewhere on the card, and that there is a rebound effect here. So in terms of the reading, how you are receiving, it could very well be that this is the holiday where maybe it is a devastating time for somebody, because maybe somebody they care about, or a parent or a child, they remember them at this time because they passed at this time. And so it always can mar the holiday spirit a little bit. And I know this myself, for people that I know that have passed around these times, and I know this for other people I know who have had devastating loss of a parent or child around the holidays. So I think this is saying, be kind to everyone you meet in the holidays, and this is for all of us. This really is for everybody. The holidays can be hard for some people, and sometimes they maybe just don't want to be bothered with it. But, just a simple, acknowledgement of their worth in your life may be all you can hope for and do. And remember, it gets better after this. It gets better. The new year's coming. The new light is coming. So with that, I say thank you for watching Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. I'll be back next Friday. Don't forget, tomorrow is happy hour at its usual 10 o'clock. Christmas Eve, 10 o'clock. We're going to do it. Hey, we're going to do it. And then, of course, Christmas Day, we're here live in the chat room for the modality, material matters that Banshee does. And then our live stream is going to be here on Christmas Day from its normal 2 to 4. So something to look forward to, and see you next week.